established.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the show. This is just gonna be I should call it tonight the shit show, the She-Line shit show, because it really just has been a shit show today. I was not able to get a lot of the things that I wanted to have ready for you guys for this show, so it's gonna be a little bit more from the hip than I had expected. And I'm sorry for that. I had a ton, like every possible thing that could go wrong with my video feed before the show was going wrong, you guys. And I don't know what it is. The universe is just slapping me around today for some reason. And I mean, it's funny. I'm laughing. Haha. And that's just what's going on. So we are going to swing this the best that we can. And I do have a special guest here with me for a little bit to talk about the subject of the video. And that special guest is no other than Mr. Emulation Man himself, Retro Lizards Custom Arcades, Joel. Kind of like Goal. You guys hear his furnace? It's violent. His furnace is very violent. Oh, maybe I need to do the thing. I need to do the thing. Hold on. Oh, all right. Let me see. How about now? Oh, really? Nothing? You don't see me at all. Oh, okay. All right. Good. Cool. So mobile decay. I will kill you, Joel. I'll end you. Yeah. Mobile decay. What's up, Jason, little alien, Paul, Dr. Jeff, Bo knows, and that looks like that is our crowd right now. Hey guys, welcome to the show, the shit show, the She-Line shit show. Is that what it is? I can't tell time either, so. Is your furnace okay? Is it like back there like jerking off or something? It's like heavy breathing. Like the one from Home Alone. You guys know that, the furnace? Yeah. Joel. Oh, they can't wait. They can't. Oh shit, they can't hear. Of course they couldn't hear you because I had your volume turned all the way down, probably because your furnace was so outrageously loud.
Are you able to? But you can hear me just fine, right?
No, they can hear you now.
Yeah, but you were able to hear me just fine, right?
Well, I mean, I can hear you kind of over the sound of that furnace that's in the background, like heavy breathing.
That's been on for the past 6 months.
It has not. I've never heard it before, ever.
It might be the microphone, because I used to have the microphone that went on my shirt to clip on, and now I have a mic like you got. You know, I got a real deal.
Paul, I wish more than anything, Paul, that I had alcohol right now, and nobody wants to see your boner, Joel. All right, why'd you do that?
But no. No, what is wrong with you? I'm showing you the microphone. You fucking weirdo.
This is how you guys know Joel's a good guy. He's very like not the creepy, inappropriate type of guy. Even though he makes like super disgusting jokes, he's really not.
I am highly inappropriate.
Yeah, but you're not like inappropriate, you know. like inappropriating. You're not grabbing, chicks' asses.
No, I'm married. The only ass I grab is my
See,
wife's.
this is my point. Good. That's why I
You
like
know?
Joel. This is why I like Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I'm at like a strip club or something, but I don't really go to those anymore because I'm married.
What, when you get married, you're not allowed to go to strip clubs anymore?
I haven't been to one of those in like 9 years, actually. Anyways,
I
so let's talk about this emulator.
Okay. I mean, I wanted to talk
Yeah.
about strip clubs for a second.
I mean, we can talk about poo rings,
Wait, what?
right? You never been to a strip club and seen a poo ring before? You know what a poo ring is?
A
It's that little
poo.
brown ring around the girl's asshole.
Okay, let's talk about emulation.
Hang on, hang on, hang on. No, no, no. Let's get back on the strip club thing. What is the worst? What is the diviest strip club you've ever been to? Like, you don't
Uh,
have to say the name of it, but can you describe how divey it is?
yeah, well, we used to have this one by where I worked called Hustler, and so even like it would be like the guys and the girls would go for lunch if you were like in the cool crew,
The
which
strip club chicken wings, baby.
yeah, free lunch, and and that place was pretty divey. Hustler was pretty divey, and I mean, to the point where the chicks that worked there would sometimes get a little bit too inebriated, and they would just, it would
But
get pretty wild.
did they have like, bullet scars and stab wounds like divey?
Um, yeah, sometimes. You know what? You know what's crazy is no. You know what? I'm not going to tell that story right now because we need to talk about emulation. That's what we're here for. How many people are in the chat right now, or
So I hang on.
how many people are in the
I got
stream? Tell me.
I got a strip club by me, and I'm going to say the name of it too. It's called Alexander's, and it's so divey. There's no DJ, and they strip to the radio.
Mm,
Hmm
that's divey.
Oh
That's
yeah, it's
divey.
great too. Nobody messes with you in there. There's
Hmm.
no bouncer. It's just a bartender and the girls. That's
Is
it.
is it
And it's
even? Is it like
the
an actual
when there's a
business?
commercial. Oh yeah, it's for real. It's for real. I was actually there. I'll never forget it. It's one of those things. Where were you when you found out Osama bin Laden was killed? I was there, sitting at the
Mm,
bar.
mm.
I seen Obama come up, and I told the bartender, I'm like, "Yo, hold up, turn the radio down,
Wait a minute. That's the
turn the
president.
volume on that."
That's the
Yeah,
president.
right. I'm like, "What's the president doing on TV at
Girls, put your
11:30
clothes
at
on.
night?"
Put your clothes on.
Right? No, girls, come here. I'll buy you a drink. Let's see what Obama has to say.
Mm.
Yeah, for real though. The strip club, they strip to the radio station, so it's pretty funny actually, but it works. It works. The place has been in business for years, so it works, man.
Obama
So
was
we're
like
going on to emulation now.
he was like one of the most supportive Democratic presidents of veterans, like in the last, I don't know, 20 years or something. Like, but unbeknownst to the public, like he was very low key about it, but super supportive, especially like Wounded Warrior.
Yeah, I got nothing really bad to say about the guy. Um, I'm not really political or anything like that. Like I didn't vote for him. But I thought he was a pretty decent president. I thought he did some pretty supportive things. I thought the country was doing pretty good under his belt. My brother was retired from the military under his belt, and he got his VA benefits and everything in a good, timely manner. And he's living the life now for being a
Yeah,
47-year-old guy retired from the military for the
yeah,
past 10 years. So VA benefits are good for him. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I thought he was all right. Everybody has an opinion.
yeah,
I thought the dude did all right, but I'm not a political kind of guy, so I can't really comment too much on politics. That's my wife. My wife is all about politics,
yeah,
and I'm like, you lost me, baby. Like,
yeah.
I'm not voting for the orange guy. That's it.
Okay, so who in the chat? All right, who in the chat
Johnny Arcade's here.
has seen what's up, Johnny Arcade? Has seen this emulator for iOS? Who has heard about it and knows about it in the chat? If you have, please put a one in the chat so
Raise your
that we
hand.
can get an idea. I want to get an idea of how many people actually know about this emulator right now. Because if you guys know anything about iPhones, like it's not like a really open platform like Android is. But the nice thing about iPhones is, and this is just my opinion, but that as a phone device and for filming, um, and stuff like that, they're really good. So like I love iMessage, I love FaceTime, and I love the security of the device over an Android device any day. Now, Android as an open platform, all right, I have a Galaxy S10 Plus, and that's a great phone as an open platform to, play indie games on, to play emulation on, and all that stuff. So they both have their benefits, but as far as the phone goes, like for everyday use, I think that iPhones are really great. But since they're not an open platform, they've never really had a successful run of an emulator on the iPhone before. And so, Joel, what is your opinion? You have an iPhone, right?
I do. After you told me about it, I literally went to the App Store and I
I
downloaded it,
demanded
and
that
then
he download it. I said, Joel, go download this right now. And I sent him a screenshot of it, and he's like, why?
I did. Yeah, exactly. I was like, why do I want to do this? And she literally told me why, and I was like, okay, let me just check this out real quick. And I downloaded it. I went right to the App Store and I downloaded it within a few minutes of Jay telling me to go get it. And I went to our lovely websites to get the ROMs, and I tested SNES, Nintendo, and Nintendo 64, and I thought it was awesome. I mean, bro, I was playing GoldenEye on my phone. I mean, it was. I need a backbone if I'm going to continue to play this Nintendo
Well,
64 on
you
my
can use a
phone. I don't know if the
Bluetooth
backbone's
controller.
compatible though.
You could use a Bluetooth controller. Yeah, they have one for iPhone.
Bro, I'm not going that far.
Well, it's not. It's literally you must have like a ton of Bluetooth controllers lying around, like the Neo Geo one. Actually,
I
I
don't
don't
have a
know.
Neo Geo
I haven't
Bluetooth
even.
controller.
I haven't tried it
No.
yet. But uh,
The only Bluetooth controllers I would have would be my Xbox or my PlayStation controllers. That would be the only ones if those are true Bluetooth to an iPhone. But either way, I get your point on that.
yeah.
I'm probably going to end up getting a backbone if I'm going to continue to play Nintendo 64 games on it. But the D-pad games, I was playing Earthbound in bed last night with my phone plugged in, and
Mhm.
you can add the game Genie codes to it
Mhm.
by just copying and pasting them into it and setting what the code is and clicking a check mark. Excuse me, beer. So I thought that was great, man. I was jamming out on Earthbound for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just laying in bed. I didn't go to bed until almost 2 a.m. last night. Thanks to you, Jade. Thanks.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah. So I think it's great. I'm really impressed with the Nintendo 64 emulation. Um, I'm a little disappointed I can't try PlayStation 1 or Dreamcast.
Well,
But I'm
it's a
assuming this is a
Nintendo
Nintendo
emulator.
emulator. Right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
it's a
assuming.
Nintendo emulator. So that's kind of like one of the really interesting points about it is like the first really big emulator that you can run on iOS is a Nintendo emulator, and
Right.
it's like all right, Nintendo is fucking fuming about it, like
They gotta be.
they're pissed, um, and
Wait, is
I
iPhone Japanese or Chinese?
well they're made in China. It costs like ten
Okay.
dollars to make the $1,000 phone, so.
Right.
Um,
Okay. So it's China based. So I know it's an American company, but it's China based. Um, so
yeah.
yeah, they gotta be mad. They gotta be mad.
Oh yeah. And you know how China doesn't have, well, I mean, not that it really matters to the manufacturing aspect of things, but they don't have like all those copyright, they don't follow all those copyright laws. Everything's all different over there.
Right.
Um,
Well,
but
who's to say that this emulator can't update itself and we can go higher into like GameCube or even, I mean, we're not going to get Switch emulation
well,
anytime soon because of the whole Yuzu fucking thing.
mm,
But like Dolphin, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to put Dolphin or get GameCube going on it.
I don't even like. I mean, like Switch emulation is cool, but it's like I have a Switch, so I don't like really. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I don't really care. But where it comes in handy is if you have a cab and you want to play like a game like Cruisin', then I think Switch emulation matters to me. So like being able to play Cruisin' on my racing thing Is cool. But for the phone, for the iPhone, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with it. I like that they have certain functions too. So if you guys have not seen this, iPhones at least have a file structure system now. So you can download pretty much any file to your iPhone, which makes it better. It gives it a little bit more openness, so to speak. But when you're playing games like Joel was saying, like Mario.
Cheers, Brad.
Wait, Mario? No, what were you saying?
Cruising, or I was playing Earthbound.
So look, here's Killer Instinct Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you can just turn your phone, boom, you're like that. Now it's cool because they do have features. If we go into the menu, that you go into the menu and then you have like these features. So you can, this down here, you can actually select buttons that you want to be permanently pressed down. So like if you're playing a Mario game with a touchpad, it's pretty difficult to press down the run button and jump at the same time. So you can just press that down in the settings and you're all good to go. So there are things like this though. This is KI Gold, all right? And in some areas the sprites are messed up, which this is a game that I always automatically test because it usually has issues on most emulators. And I think the latest RetroArch core is actually the one that's the best, surprisingly. But the game itself, once you get into the game, it actually plays pretty good. Mario Kart has some bugginess on the screens that are over like the bridges and stuff. But overall, the games run at full speed. I mean, have you played anything that hasn't ran at full speed so far?
I have not. No, my first test was Cruising USA because Cruising USA doesn't really play really good on a Raspberry Pi 4. I don't really know what the hell's inside the iPhone for as far as specs. But I went right to Cruising USA. Cruising USA was butter. And I'm like, all right, let's try GoldenEye. And then I tried GoldenEye, and I'm sitting there, doing the damn level on GoldenEye, sniping dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is running at full speed. I had no lag. I didn't notice any bugs at all. But then again, I don't really pay attention for bugs. I didn't get any choppiness. I didn't get any sound bites or anything like
Yeah.
that. And then I tried Nintendo. I'm like, well, let's see how Nintendo plays. So I tried like Double Dragon on Nintendo, and that was cool. And then I went right to Super Nintendo. I was playing Sunset Riders, and then I went right to Earthbound.
Yeah.
And then I was literally, I couldn't believe how long I was jamming out on Earthbound for. And that's usually not, I hate playing games on my phone. Like I would never played video games on my phone. I don't like those stupid little indie apps that go on the phones that you can play games on. I always thought that was stupid. And I'm sitting here playing Super Nintendo on my phone, ready to go to Best Buy tomorrow and buy a Backbone.
Well, you know where I think it really comes in hand. I mean, and this is like, obviously, if you have an iPhone, this is a great app for you if you like playing retro games, or an
Yeah.
iPad. And an iPad, I think, would be like the ideal thing to play this
Oh my
on,
God.
because you can just flip it up on the little stand, use a Bluetooth controller, and you're good to go anywhere you want. And the
Jesus Christ, I
games,
didn't even think of that.
yeah, and the games play really smoothly. I think my only complaint is that there's not a lot of customization options as far as like the screen settings go and stuff like that. However, on the OLED screens, on the very high resolution screen of the iPad, the images look crystally perfect, and they're very pretty, pixel wise, and sprite wise. So overall, though, for a free app, and obviously if you have games, you can. I mean, they're not difficult to get.
No.
And I think the most difficult one that they emulate on here is the DS, and you have to grab a couple BIOS files or something for it. But it plays fine, and I personally like. I
The
would
phone
rather.
rumbles too. Did you
Yeah,
get the rumble effect?
yeah, it's got like haptic stuff going on. Um, I'm sorry. It sounds like Jeffrey Epstein is like in the background, like
My heater kicked on again.
breathing heavily.
I'm sorry, Jade. Yeah, my heater just kicked on again. It's like 45 degrees here, so yeah, my heater's going. But I do. If I'm gonna rate that app, it's a 10 for 10. If you like playing emulation and you like playing retro games and you got an iPhone, grab the app. I, you won't be disappointed. Even if you don't have a controller to play with it, the on-screen. That's what I was dreading, was how the on-screen controls were gonna be,
Mm-hmm.
and
I don't like
surprisingly they're
on-screen.
really really good.
Yeah, I mean they're good for what they are. I agree with that. But
Yeah,
I hate on-screen controls because you can never simultaneously press buttons. There's the spacing is always weird, and it's just
right.
it's you don't have that the three-dimensional feel on your skin. So it's like it just adds a totally different dynamic. But I will agree with you and say that they are probably like the best on-screen controls. Like they're very responsive and they're not too sensitive.
Right. GoldenEye was a little tricky because I'm sitting here holding my phone, and you can't really see the screen, I'm sorry, but my right hand is, the buttons, right? So I'm trying to do the target and shoot at the same time. So I'm sitting there with my pointer finger holding the R button and then shooting the target or hitting the button to shoot with my thumb. And then my other thumb is over here. So I'm like playing like this, basically, as I was trying to do it. And
What's up, Reese?
that's why I'm like ready to go get a backbone controller and hook that to it. But I
Now,
didn't even
here's
think
another
of
cool
putting this
thing.
on my iPad.
Yeah, you should put it on your iPad. Here's
I'm
another cool
going to.
thing is it downloads the art for like the Game Boy games, and I'm pretty sure it will for all of them, depending on whether or not you're using a zip file or the actual raw file. And
Right.
anyways, sorry, you guys probably can't. Yeah, it's not focusing, but
We can kind of see
it
it.
it downloads the art for the Game Boy games, and it looks really good. I really like the simplistic UI and how clean it looks on these phones. And I kind of have this purple trim on my case, so but sounds good.
It's plum.
And it looks so good on the OLED screen for the handheld games. I mean, if you're playing like Super Nintendo or something on your
It's bright.
iPad, it would be ideal. But yeah, the OLED screen on this looks really good for Game Boy games. Like I really like the handheld aspect of this is what I really like about it. I think the Super Nintendo is really cool for like the iPad. But beyond Super Nintendo, I'm not like super crazy about anything else. I think they're doing a good job. They still have to work out some kinks with the N64 emulation for sure. Um, but
But for
it's
what it is, it's
yeah,
pretty good.
it's pretty damn good. I mean, and definitely it's a go-to if you have an iPhone and you want to put some retro games on there. I mean, that's it. That's what you have, and it's good. Uh, so
The
it,
games are so small. I didn't really exactly realize how small the games were either. That'd be like, I think Cruising USA's 5.3 megabytes.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like you can fit the whole library on your phone if you really wanted to. I
yeah.
would go certain games, certain games. You know what I didn't try? What I'll probably try tomorrow is Conquers. I didn't try Conquers Bad Fur Day. That one
Mm,
has some tough emulation to it. I know that.
Pilot
I
Wings.
hate that game.
Oh, dude, I love Pilot Wings, but you got to try it to see how the emulation is.
True.
Bo Knows says, yes, very clean UI and art downloading automatically. Yeah. So again, I think the art though, you have to be using the raw file name, like with the file extension, not a .zip. Um,
Mine were zips.
did you get the art for all of them?
I did. Yeah.
See,
The
that's,
Nintendo wasn't a zip. The Nintendo was a RAW folder,
mm-hmm.
and with zips inside it. And I didn't get the artwork for it through there, but on for Super Nintendo and for Nintendo 64, I have the artwork. So Super Nintendo's right there. You can
Yeah,
see that it's right there.
that's cool.
Yeah, I can't get any closer.
I don't know why mine didn't do it, but
No, no, no. I take that back. I didn't get Cruising USA. Cruising
oh,
USA is
okay.
not there.
Yeah, but I bet if you extracted the file, you'd get the artwork. Um,
Or change the name because it says like Cruising USA UV 1.2 exclamation point.
maybe. But it's definitely good. I mean, for handheld gaming specifically, I think it's awesome. You know, if you go Super Nintendo on your iPad again, I think that that is like perfect for that. I just really like the handheld aspect of it. I love the clean UI, and yeah, I think that's another thing too that's really cool is the NES. Uh, is it looks really good. I mean, it becomes a handheld NES, and it's just so smooth. Like
Right.
everything just runs really smoothly. So.
Playing it sideways was really comfortable to play because it had two buttons in the D-pad. Like I
Mhm.
was jamming playing Double Dragon yesterday too. It was really good.
Well, and it's nice that you have all the way from Game Boy to NDS and N64 in one package, you know? So you
Right.
don't have to split emulators or anything like that. You know, obviously that's something that like RetroArch can do, but I mean, I'm just talking about from the iPhone aspect. You have this one smooth UI that can emulate all these systems. It's already got the presets for the controller layouts and stuff like that, and obviously it works with external controllers as well. So if you
Right.
guys have not, how can you not like Pilot Wings? I know exactly. Reese said, "How can you not like Pilot Wings?" It's such a good
It's a
game, dude.
terrible
I've
fucking game.
literally played that game for hours, hours. Um, but uh,
It's a
but
tech
yeah,
demo.
I definitely recommend checking it out if you have an iPhone. I mean, if you have an Android as your daily driver, then you've already been doing this, you know. Um,
Now, is there emulators for the Android? I know nothing about Android phones.
are you?
Like this Dell, I'm serious. Oh shit! I think I lost you, or we
No,
froze
no,
up.
no. I'm
Oh, there we go.
here. Yeah, no. I just didn't know what to say. I wanted to insult you, but then I'm like, no, I like you. I'm not gonna insult
You,
you.
you know, you're wearing sunglasses and you totally just didn't move, so it really made it look like you completely froze up on me. So, but you just froze up in shock. I understand it. I don't
Right.
know anything about the Android phones. I haven't had an Android phone in 15 years. That was my first smartphone that I had outside of the Palm Pilot.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, so I'm assuming that there is emulators for
I
the
got
Android,
like
something
huge. So
similar to
there's
this.
this company called Xiaomi, and I got huge into Androids when they started emerging, and this was probably like 2015. And they came out with an Android tablet. I think it was like 150 bucks,
Okay.
and it was called the Xiaomi Mi Pad. And what was cool about it was it was very iPhone oriented as far as the user interface. So it was super clean user interface, but Android. And they had a lot of features in their UI that were exclusive to it, like, you know, iCloud type stuff. And it was just, I mean, their stuff was super nice. I don't know what it's like now. I mean, hopefully it's still just as nice, but better. But, anyways, their first tablet that came out had the fucking Tegra, the NVIDIA Tegra chipset in it. And so, I mean, it was 150 bucks. The thing had an IPS screen, and it was just a beast. It was a beast. And
Okay.
and so that's when I started getting really into Androids. And that was also around the time that they started deving a lot of cool apps for Android. They were coming out with emulators and stuff like that. And you could buy, I mean, so every single system can be emulated on Android, I think. Every single
Wow.
one. Yeah, including Switch, which is like if you saw that video I did about the Pocket 4 Pro. I mean,
Yeah.
this thing can play Switch games, not at full speed, but pretty good for some of them. But the point is just that, I mean, my point is just that Android platform is capable of literally playing any emulated system, I think, except for Xbox and uh, like PS3.
PS3.
Yeah, and
You think
Xbox.
it'll play? I bet. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this iPhone can handle original Xbox and PS2. I mean, the iPhone seems to be a pretty powerful little device.
Oh yeah.
So, and in some ways, probably more powerful than Android phones. Like,
Well,
what's the
here's the
equivalent Android
difference.
phone to a
No,
to this?
they're not. Realistically, they're not. Androids pack way more power, but here's the thing. iPhones are so efficient because they've been using the same their software lineage is so old and evolved. I mean, you have to think about it. Like, if you even if you're running an iPhone 5, I think it still runs iOS 10. So their phones will run their latest software up until they just, it's not feasible anymore. So the software is
Right.
so refined to their tech that it's like they don't have to have as much power as Androids do because it's isolated to their system only. So all they're doing is just optimizing their software over and over and over and over again. So they may not even have like a huge jump from in their chipset from one phone to the next. And their software is so optimized that it makes it feel like a huge jump in, video processing or gaming or whatever it is. So it's pretty. That's what's really impressive about iPhone, and that's why they're so much smoother than Androids. One thing that I hate about Androids is that they will over time degrade in performance. They will it's kind of like an old Windows PC. You remember like running like Windows 3.1 or 3.11 and on a DOS system, and over time like it would get shittier and shittier because like you'd have all these background processes that were building up or whatever the case was.
Yep.
And eventually you would have to wipe your hard drive and start over.
Fucking Windows 98.
Yeah, Windows 98, dude. Notorious. Or Millennium Edition. Wait, what was it? ME.
Oh God. Or
But
Vista.
yeah, Vista. Oh God, Vista was the worst because that was like the in-betweener,
Yeah.
of the.
It was the Wii U of Nintendo's.
Oh, dude, no, that's not even. It's not even worthy of that. But yeah. Anyways, and that's kind of how Androids are. I feel like so you got to be really. You really have to like maintain. If you have an Android, it's way more high maintenance, in my opinion. Because you have to constantly like clean your cache and like make sure that like
Yeah.
all your apps are closed out and stuff like that. Whereas
Constantly.
whereas iPhone software is so optimized, it's like you really don't have to do that much. I mean,
It can run so much in the background, like you don't have to close apps for days. Like my
and
wife's
it has like
iPhone,
half
she
the
must have
RAM.
32 apps open.
Yeah, it has like
Oh yeah.
it has like half the RAM of an Android. Like an Android will have like 8 or 16 gigabytes of RAM, whereas the latest iPhones, I think they have like 4 or 6 gigabytes. It's like,
What?
yeah, it's ridiculous.
This thing's only running on like 6 gigs of 4 or 6 gigs of RAM? Are you kidding me?
No, that's how optimized they are. That's what I'm
That,
saying. Let me
that's
look.
blowing my mind.
Let me
Yeah, I think I have an iPhone 13.
iPhone
iPhone
14 Pro Max is what I have.
13
RAM. Let me see.
specs.
6 gigabytes of RAM on mine. So yours has 4.
Hang on.
It has 4. I know it does. Ooh, or 3.
No way, it's got 3. This thing better not have 3. What specs will the iPhone 13 have? 6.1 HDR, doesn't say.
Bo says the iPhone CPU is pretty good though, and it is a good CPU, but their software is so optimized. I mean, like the RAM aspect of it is always one thing to look at because I mean, when you're running like a computer system, everything has to be pipelined a certain way, and so to have like a minimal amount of RAM and be able to have like a super optimized experience is very impressive. Um, but yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not
they do
seeing.
have good CPUs.
I'm not seeing.
What?
I'm not seeing RAM here on the spec list, but the chipset
What do you have? An
sounds
iPhone
a
what?
little impressive. It's
13?
an I got the 13, yeah. So it says it's got an A15 Bionic chip. It's a 6-core CPU with a 2
Yeah, you have
performance and
4
4 efficiency
gigabytes.
cores.
4
4
gigabytes.
4-core GPU and a 16-core neural engine. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that it's a 6-core CPU,
Mm-hmm.
that's basically an AMD Ryzen. That's running fantastically there. That's probably why the games run so smoothly on the phone with 4 gigs of RAM.
Well, yeah, but
Um,
look, when you're talking about Androids, you've got like the Snapdragons. I mean, they're like, octa-core, quad-core, like dual, processors now. Some of them are ARM based, and I mean, it's crazy. Let's see. What's the latest Snapdragon? Because I know like there was supposed to be like some crazy ass Snapdragon.
That I don't know. I don't really know single board computers too much. I know, I mean, I know PCs. So like an Intel 5, when I would use a Dell Optiplex Intel 5, let's say I use a Dell i5 Optiplex with a 1650 low profile graphic card and 8 gigabytes of RAM, right? I
Mm-hmm.
can't play PS3 on that because
Oh,
it lags like a motherfucker.
yeah.
But if I use a Ryzen 5 5600G with a 6-core processor on it
Mm-hmm.
and the same low profile graphic card and the same gigabyte of RAM, I'm playing PS3 like it's nothing.
Okay, check it out. Qual excuse me, Qualcomm Snapdragon 8S Gen 3, that's this year, an 8-core chipset that was announced, blah, and is manufactured using 4 nanometer process technology. It has 1-core Cortex times 4 at 3000 megahertz, 4 cores Cortex A720 at 2800 megahertz, and 3 cores Cortex A520 at 2000 megahertz. So when you comparatively, when
That's
you're
a
looking at,
beast.
yeah, when you're looking at that to an iPhone, I mean, their iPhone's chips are like minimal compared to that. And then I guarantee you that the phone that goes on is going to have like 16 gigabytes of RAM. So that's what they're using, and they're getting similar results to what iPhones are as far as performance with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how optimized Apple's setup is.
So wait, isn't I thought Snapdragon is going on single board computers too, or is it just going inside phones?
I have not seen any single board computers with a Snapdragon. But that's not to say it's not out there. That's a good
Let me
question,
see.
though. A good question.
I could have swore somebody was in one of the groups talking about a Snapdragon board. Snapdragon Apple, Snapdragon SBC.
JJ says, I don't want to
Oh,
be,
Droid.
wait, what does it say? Beholden to the cult of Apple. I love my Samsung S24 Ultra. It's their flagship phone for now, but I still need a gamepad. You sound like my friend JJ. That's funny. But you know, and that's okay. Like I said, like some people are just used to Android, and they like the openness of the platform. But me as a phone, just as a phone, like I prefer iPhone. And now I agree with you. Like Samsung is like the brand to go with, because I have
Mhm.
my S10 Plus, and I love that phone. It's great. Very very slim. Camera's still good on it, and it's very powerful. But yeah, as far as optimization goes, like you can't argue with the software and hardware combos that Apple does. Like it's just, I mean, it's just the science, man.
So
So
we got a Snapdragon single board computer. It's called a Qualcomm powered SBC,
mm,
and it's supposed to be the Raspberry Pi competition, but this came out in 2023. So it's a Qualcomm powered SBC. The actual name of it is called the Thunderberry 5. That's fun to
Thunderberry,
say.
yeah,
Yeah,
Thunderberry,
Thunderberry 5.
Thunderberries.
And this says it's got the Qualcomm AI CPU. It's the first Raspberry Pi like SBC based on a Qualcomm AI CPU. It's running a Qualcomm QCS610 Snapdragon, a Cairo 460 octa-core CPU powered by two gold 2.2 gigahertz cores and six silver 1.8 gigahertz cores.
You
And
want to get one just to see what it can do.
I kind of do,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
I'm
do.
not kidding right now
I
because
know. But you know
I
what?
was
Here's the
earlier.
one thing.
I was looking
Here's
at,
the one thing.
I was talking to. Yeah,
I was
what's the
just
one
gonna
thing?
say you need to have a good cooling system for it because Snapdragons get hot as fuck.
Oh yeah, I would automatically. I would get heat sinks and a fan. Absolutely, you have to with those little guys. I've been doing that. Well, I wasn't getting heat sinks on the Raspberry Pi
What's
3,
up,
but
damage
before
control?
I definitely had to get a heat sink and a cooling
Jason
fan
has
on the
the
Raspberry
15
Pi
Pro.
4. And of course, Jason has the 15 Pro. Of course he does. Of
Is
course
it
he
the
does.
max though, Jason? Because you got to get that big juicy screen.
$5, it's the max.
You know what? I'm gonna get when the 16 comes out. I'm gonna go with that. Because my battery, like, here's the one thing that sucks ass about all phones is the battery, especially like when you're using it to film on and stuff, like and edit,
Yep.
that like destroys the battery. So I've had this phone since it came out. It's a 14 Pro Max, and I think my battery is at like 87%, which is not bad. But by the time the 16 comes out, it'll be closer to 80. And I'm like, so there we
I'm
go.
at
Instead
20.
of paying for a new phone, I'm just gonna trade it in
I'm at 22% battery life right now, and I
to
charge
Apple,
it.
not my carrier.
I've already made a full charge midday today.
Mm.
So, but my kids, my 3-year-old wants my phone because she wants to watch YouTube on my phone, even though she's got an iPad Mini. And she's like, no, she wants daddy phone. So I have to give her daddy phone before she throws a fit. So she's constantly running down my battery life with YouTube. But if I'm
God,
going to be playing
you're a
video games on this
bitch.
thing,
You're a bitch,
if I'm
dude.
going to be playing video games on this thing, shut up. I take over the iPad Mini. If I'm going to be running video games on this thing, though, I'm going to have to take this thing in to get the battery replaced on it because my battery's shot right
Mm.
now. So, and I
Yeah.
agree with you with recording videos and shit. My battery's shot. If I don't put my phone on the charger by like 4:30, I will not be able to record a video after my kids go to bed. My headphone has to be on the charger.
Yeah, mine
So,
mine does really good. If I do heavy use and recording, I might have to charge it once in the day, but it would be like towards the end of the day when I've already
right.
like done everything I've needed to do, to like move around and do. So then I can just like plug it in and it's no big deal. Cause then I'm like airdropping stuff to my iPad. Um, but yeah, I mean, battery is always going to be an issue, until the government stops hoarding the technology for 0 point energy, and we can just do things that way. But
Yeah, right. Well, that was one of the things about upgrading my phone. I'm one of those people that does not upgrade their phone unless they literally have to upgrade their phone. And when battery life would start dying on my phone, that's when I'm like, all right, it's time for me to get a new phone. But
mm-hmm.
now that we got the bodegas where I can just take it to and get the battery changed on it, I'll just take it to the bodega
Yeah,
and I'll let
so
my man do it.
so Bo says this emulator is going to drain my battery. Excuse me.
Mhm.
And I was going to say, like, I wonder how. I haven't really played it enough continuously to see how it affects the battery life on the phone.
I
And you said you
lost
were plugged in, so
5%. Well, I was plugged in when I was playing Earthbound, but when I wasn't, when you first texted me, I was sitting on the couch and I had about 68% battery life at that point after a charge. And I was playing Nintendo 64 for maybe 10 minutes. I lost 5% battery life, but my battery's shot.
mm,
So yeah, it's gonna suck the life out of battery.
what
It's
what
not gonna
percent?
interfere with my productivity, but it's gonna interfere with my porn time.
Oh God, I'm telling your wife.
Listen,
Um,
she already knows that my phone has seen more porn than phone calls. So I love telling that joke. It's great.
I always, every time somebody says that word, there was like this, and I can't remember, of course, like any of the real details about it, but I swear it was like an episode of Beavis and Butthead, and they were watching like some show on MTV about like I'm addicted to whatever, and it was like a guy who was addicted to porn,
That's
and
A&E. It's my strange addiction.
well, whatever. And they're like watching it on Beavis and Butthead, and then they're like, look at that guy just walking around. He's just thinking about porn all the time. He's like, yep, porn, porn, porn. And dude, oh my God, I
I
was
love
just,
Beavis and Butthead.
oh, I was dying.
I
I
love
was
Beavis and Butthead.
dying.
Did you, especially the new episodes? I love Beavis and Butthead. They're great. It's weird because they're not really watching music videos anymore. They're more like channel surfing through like
Wait, they
YouTube.
they have like new episodes now?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Oh
They're
no.
not on MTV. They're on Paramount because Paramount owns MTV.
Right, right. Yeah.
So they brought them back on Paramount, and it's a little bit more uncensored, but not exactly. But it's still pretty funny. It's modernized Beavis and Butthead. They still have the show, but then when they cut, they don't have commercials,
Mm-hmm.
but they'll cut to them sitting on the couch and they're basically like streaming through YouTube and making fun of people on YouTube.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
cool.
pretty good. Like there was an escape room episode that was pretty funny.
I
I
want to
don't.
get
It's
I
worth
want to
it
get made fun of.
if you. I know, right? If you like,
They're like,
show me on
look at
Beavis and
that dumb
Butthead.
tranny.
She's got a dick. Yeah, so I mean, dude. If you got the Paramount app, give it a shot. It's worth it.
Yeah, I'll check it
The
out.
movie was they made a second movie,
Yeah, I know, dude.
and
I saw it. It was pretty bad.
I thought it was funny for about the first 45 minutes, and then I fell asleep.
Yeah,
So it got bad.
I think it was like too long.
Yeah,
I
I
was like
think so too.
it was just too long. But I watched it with my sister and yeah, it was funny, like kind of funny in the beginning, and then it was just like, dude, what is happening?
Yeah, it died off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It was too long. It should have been like an hour and 20-minute movie. Because the first movie is almost 2 hours long. Did you know that? Do America?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's like an hour and 45
it's
minutes.
super long too, yeah.
But it was long in a good way. It was a
So
funny. It
like
was a
all I
funny ass
remember
movie.
from the first one was like his peyote trip. Like that's really the only part that I remember for some
Oh, and the
reason.
white zombie thing.
Yeah.
Hey, butthead. It's like a music video.
uh wait, hold on. What does this say? Oh,
Dude, I,
nothing.
I know that
Nothing.
movie like the back of my hand. I've watched it so many times. He sees the picture, he sees the van, he goes into the van, they start playing the Mucho Muchacha song. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that movie.
Yeah,
I do love that.
I think I've seen it like maybe once or twice.
Dude, I've
Which is
seen it
funny
so
cuz
many
like
times.
yeah, I used to stay up super late watching MTV, like Beavis and Butthead, Aeon Flux, you know,
Oh, yeah,
Oddities, The
Flux.
Max, like all that stuff. Like I used to love The Max, because I read the comic book, and I just thought it was such an abstract and obscure character. Like I loved it. Same thing with like Aeon Flux, and
Aeon Flux was like my introduction to anime.
yeah, it is. It's anime, but it's like not anime. It's like when I think of like old 80s cartoons that had like that kind of anime style to it, like
Right.
Ghostbusters, for example, or it was like that obscure anime style. And then like I guess Voltron was anime for sure. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, I get it. I get what
I
you're
say I
saying.
wouldn't consider Voltron anime. I'll consider Voltron because I would be thinking
Oh,
then like
Voltron is
Thundercats would be anime.
100% anime. Now, Thundercats, that's a weird one. I don't know if Thundercats would be considered anime. I would think so, but like, you know,
Would
like Transformers, I feel like is anime. Like, think about the opening scene to
no.
the Transformers movie. That has to be like one of the like coolest animation
Yeah.
scenes. Like the sequence is just so
And
good.
the song?
Yeah.
And the song is amazing. That was probably the best fucking opening cartoon movie song ever made. I just consider that cartoons. I don't because it was that was cartoons from my childhood. I don't consider that anime at all. See,
Mm.
because then we're talking G.I. Joe would be anime, and I don't think. But chat, what do you think? Do you think that's anime? So I don't.
G.I. Joel or G.I. Joel? G.I. Joe, no.
The hang on a second, Dick Watson. I have my Sind and Gun drive for Batacera on Arcade Punks for PC. PC and Steam Deck is the same thing, so you can download that and use that on your Steam Deck.
Wait, Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop is definitely anime. You guys want to see like a funny like
Cowboy Bebop is anime.
I got huge into, well, not huge, but I got into like comedy animes, and I have a couple on DVD. Obviously, Golden Boy would fall into that category if any of you have ever seen that, and and then there was this other one called Colorful, and it was all like toilet humor and and like jokes about sexuality and stuff, and it was like on a college campus, and it's so good, it's so funny. um I wish, actually, let me see, because I swear to God, you guys have to see this. You have to see it. Joel, you have to see this. You're not going to be able to hear the audio, so that's going to suck. Hold
Well, that's
on.
fine. I can take the visual. You don't want the audio anyways because you don't want to get hit with anything.
No, you want the audio for this. Uh, oh yeah. Here we go.
Have you ever seen an anime movie called Ninja Scroll?
Oh yeah, dude, I have it on DVD.
Oh, you're like the fourth person I know that has ever seen that movie.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought that was like a
and two other people
well-known.
no, I brought it up to other anime people and they have no idea. You know, that's on par with Akira. Everybody knows Akira, but when I say, have you ever seen Ninja Scroll? Then nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. That was the first time I ever seen cartoon sex. I
Hmm.
was like, what the fuck am I
Yeah,
watching? Like Ninja
yeah.
Scroll was awesome.
Dude, the most disturbing cartoon sex I ever saw was in this anime called Wicked City. Um, and like this, so this dude's like courting this, chick, and they're like, it's like drawn out too. Like they're going like up the elevator and they're kind of getting like touchy feely, and it's like really well drawn out, like it's almost like realistic the way it happens. And then eventually they get into the bed and you like see him and they're like, oh, and they're like different camera angles from the top and side. And then all of a sudden this chick's arms start to grow out like Manus legs, and she's like and like pulls him in, and he's like
That's anime
struggling.
right there,
Yeah,
baby.
he's like struggling to get away.
That's the
um
best part about anime is like you're expecting the scene to go south and then and it completely takes a left turn with that kind of shit. And it's like
yeah,
that's anime. That is
yeah.
what anime is all about. Like give me a snapping cooter taking his dick off.
Dude,
That's anime.
sci-fi channel back in the day. Who in here used to watch Sci-Fi Channel? And um who remembers that? Because
I
Sci-Fi Channel had some wicked crazy animes. Like that's where I found most of like the cool
oh,
um
I don't remember Sci-Fi Channel playing any
it
anime.
used to be
I
like
definitely remember
late.
Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, Mystery Science Theater, but they used to do it really late, and I forget what it was called, but it was like one of the coolest things that Sci-Fi ever did. Sci-Fi used to be such a cool channel. What was that show with like the spaceship that was alive, and it had like the super hot chick in it? It's like Lex, like why do I want to say Lex? Something Lex, I don't know. But I
I
mean
don't
I
know.
watched it. I used to watch it all the time. Dude, okay, this is so weird. So they don't have it. I want to go get my USB CD drive, a DVD drive, and plug it in, because this is actually like I want to show you guys this because it's so good. Let me
Dick
see.
Watson said that show was called Lex.
Lex, yeah, okay, so I was right. Uh, okay, colorful rock skizzers. Oh my God, what is this, dude? Did you know that if you put in Google search before 2023 colon and then you type in what you're searching for, it will give you like completely different results for your search
I don't even
criteria?
want to know what you found.
For your search criteria. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, anime. Let's see. Hmm. Dude, I don't know. I
You can't find
don't.
it.
No, I can't. It's aggravating me. It's agitating me. It's aggravating, dog. I
That
can't
sucks. You
find it.
can't find it. I'm surprised YouTube doesn't have it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. That's weird. Now I feel like I'm gonna have to like do a stream about anime.
That could be a fun show.
I think so.
Let's just talk straight anime, or you just do a video, like a recording video of anime for like your next content video to put out there. Like you talk about anime and things that were nostalgic to you for anime and
I
that you
should
watched
because
and
I've
show
never
videos of
done.
it.
Yeah, I've never done an anime video before, so I should.
You should. That's a great. There was a Street Fighter movie that was anime.
Yeah. Well, there was a
Yeah.
couple. There was actually a couple.
I remember the one and it had Alice in Chains songs inside it, and it was like when he was driving in his Ferrari, and I think it was Ken.
Wait,
I don't know.
what?
That does like a snippet in my head. There was a Street Fighter anime movie from the 90s, probably like 98, 99. And the only scene that I remember from the whole movie is I think it was Ken. He was driving in a Ferrari, speeding down the highway, listening to Alice in Chains.
Mm,
And it was them Bones he was listening to.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. There was the series, there was the movie, and then there was the Alpha movies, and there was something else. If you want to watch a really good Street Fighter movie, there was an indie film, and it's the only Street Fighter live action movie that I actually think is a good, well done film. It's called Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. And
Wait, was that the Chun-Li one?
no, it's like Ken and Ryu's origin story, and
And
it's
it's a live action?
yeah, and it's but it's like an indie film, and
Okay.
it's just really good. If you can like not expect it to be like a Nolan what's his name film,
No,
expect
I
it to
wouldn't
be
expect it.
like an indie
It's
film,
low
but
budget.
it's really
Yeah.
good. Like the story is really good, and if you know Street Fighter and you know the characters from Street Fighter, you'll appreciate it even more. Um, Liquid TV, yeah, JJ said you were talking about Liquid TV earlier. I believe
Yeah.
that all the episodes from when MTV was actually a music channel are on YouTube. Oh, that's interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I have a lot. So I have the whole Aeon Flux DVD set. I have the Max on DVD, and I don't have what was it called, like Oddities or something. Oddities. I don't have that, but those two shows were kind of like primarily um, a couple of my favorites.
You don't have the Charlize Theron movie?
I no, but I mean, actually I might have it. I might actually have it. But I didn't like. I mean, I thought it was okay for a live
It wasn't
action.
that good.
It was
I
okay.
don't think it was that good.
No,
Yeah.
it was okay. But like the thing was that they had chopped up the story too much, and like, and I here's the thing. Look, when you take a book and turn it into a movie, or you take a TV series and turn it into a movie, I'm expecting it to be different. Okay? I'm expecting it to
Right.
be different. Like for example, Ready Player One. Ready Player One as a book, the book was so good. I don't think you could make a movie that was as good as a book unless you did like a three-part film. I think maybe Ernest Cline should have gone that route, but I still liked what he did with the film version, and I appreciated that he was actually the one who wrote the script for the film. So there are some, there are exceptions. Like a lot of people were pissed off about Jurassic Park. They're like, "Oh, this isn't like the book." Well, you can never expect the movie to turn like to follow like the book storyline exactly. I mean, there should be
Right.
some level of transformation for the cinematic experience, right?
The Jurassic Park book was, I mean, completely 10 times better. The whole DNA exploration and detail on that in the book was 10 times different than what the movie showed. The movie just touched it and it didn't go into the full background of it exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, but that's the thing. When you watch the movie and you read the book first, you do have to expect it to be different. The only movies that really made me mad that weren't similar to the books and they changed things up are the Alex Cross movies.
Mm,
Like I'm a pretty big Alex Cross fan for
really?
James Patterson. I've read like 14 or 15 of those books. They're page turners.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love the Alex Cross series. And when I after I was probably around book 12 or 13, I never realized that they made movies with Morgan Freeman. Along Came a Spider, and I don't remember the other one. They were nothing like the books at all. Like even the idea for the story was there,
Mm-hmm.
but the story was completely different from the books. And they did the Alex Cross movie with Tyler Perry, and that was basically they were trying to base that on the book for I think it was Double Cross, and I also thought that it was terrible. Like it was if they're ever gonna do another Alex Cross movie, make it similar to the book like other movies have been. What are you moving over my face?
I'm just putting the border here.
Oh, I'm like, what are you doing? You're putting a target on me?
No, I am always moving stuff around. What I really need to do is stop being a lazy slut and just like have this already set up, like, because I just need to have like separate layouts. But I'm gonna pull this up because this is actually something that I cut up from um the Street Fighter movie that I was talking about, Assassin's Fist, and did a
Yeah.
short on it. So it's a short, but you can see it real quick. Hold on. Do do do. Boop boop boop. What am? Why? What? Oh, okay. Here we go. What do I usually do when I do this window capture? Right?
Yeah.
I'm like asking you. I'm so ridiculous. I'm just ridiculous.
Like I really know. I'm just
I
saying,
know.
yeah.
Right.
What is that on your screen? Who's dead?
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
What's in your YouTube search bar?
All right. So I'm just gonna go like this, so I can make the screen bigger and it doesn't destroy us.
We're cropping.
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit the like on the video.
Boop. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. Chat. You should be able to hear audio. If you don't, please let me know because I don't want to play through this whole thing and you guys don't hear it. But here we go. Oh, that's it. Yeah. So, anyways, it's just really good. It's really good. But what I really like about it the most is like nobody really ever sees how like that there's really any depth to Akuma's character. It's just like, Akuma's just like this powerful, like kind of, you know, demonic fighter or whatever. And that he's like Ryu's kind of like arch enemy or whatever. And the story gives you like a really gut wrenching background about Akuma's origins, and then Gotetsu and Goken, and so it's like a really really good story. And then it's also got Ken and Ryu in there, and they're like you have their origin stories as well. So it's literally like the best Street Fighter movie I've ever seen, like live action. I would even go as far as to say like it's the best Street Fighter movie I've ever seen, period. It's just really good.
I liked how it looked like a Bruce Lee movie style too.
Yeah, you got to watch it, but it's on Amazon. It's called Street Fighter Assassin's Fist.
Okay, I'll give it a check out. I'll probably check it out tonight after I get off the stream with you because I'm gonna go eat my sub.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go watch some TV. So,
Jason, thanks.
Speaking of though, I'm gonna hop out of here.
Yeah,
Thanks
for sure.
for having me on.
No, thanks for coming on. What are you doing? You're gonna play
absolutely.
some Helldivers?
I'm gonna eat my sub, watch some TV, then I'm probably gonna go play some Helldivers for a little bit. Or it's almost midnight here. I might just eat my sub, watch some TV, then go lay down in bed and play Earthbound on my phone actually, and Helldive tomorrow instead. I haven't Helldived in 2 weeks, and I need to go liberate for democracy.
Nice. Well, thanks, dude.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Chat. Talk to you guys later. Peace out, Jade. Always a pleasure.
Appreciate ya. All right. Okay, no more heavy breathing in the background. I mean, I'll miss you, Joel, but I'm not going to miss your furnace's heavy breathing. Like, you know, like just like over your shoulder or something. All right, so chat, have any of you in here seen that film? It's really good. It's really good, guys. It's really good. By the way, Calvin or Chris, what's up? I don't know where Calvin came from, but by the way, have you guys? I think some of you in here have, but have you guys watched my latest arcade versus console? Look, if you guys haven't seen arcade versus console, you need to check it out because it's a series that I do, and I think, well, I'm on the 5th episode, so I keep it in a playlist too, so it's easier to find. But if you guys go to my playlist, you can see every episode in there. And if you like stuff like that, I would definitely recommend checking it out. And I think most of us in here are arcade geeks and definitely have some console love in our blood. So if you haven't seen it, it's about Samurai Showdown, and it was a really fun episode to make, and I put like a lot of time into it. So Chris has seen it, and Bo, I think you commented. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that video was dope. Thank you. Oh, Chris, thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. Well, hopefully it was enjoyable. Okay, Jason, you saw it too. Nice. Good. Well, yeah, but if you guys haven't seen the other episodes and you want to watch them or you have time, they're in my playlist, the arcade versus console playlist. So check them out. But I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I mean, and I have a ton of options. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do my next episode on, like what game. And so yeah, I've kind of been exploring those options and trying to come up with something, because I mean it probably won't be out for a month or two, probably like 2 months, to be honest, because I have literally a huge like pile of videos that I've got to get done, you know, over the next couple months. So I mean I have tons of content to film and do and stuff. I guess the one thing, you know, aside from getting that New Wave Toys arcade, the Berserk, which was a really fun video to do, aside from that, I really haven't been doing a lot of like review stuff. I think the last, and then Kin Hank sent me one of their emulation hard drives. So if I'm always interested to hear what you guys are interested in getting, like seeing somebody do an overview or review of. So if that's something you guys want to talk about or throw up in the chat, like please feel free to. And I can definitely, because I'm always open to ideas. So I've got like a crazy schedule, and sometimes it helps. But yeah, the VA today, right before the show, was another thing. One of the reasons why I was kind of like scrambling to get on. I had like an encounter with the VA. Now, if any of you in here have served or know people who have served, like, you know that the VA can just be trash sometimes. Like it really is. The potential is great, and there are a lot of good things about it, but sometimes the physicians are just trash. And yeah. So I was dealing with that before the show, and I'm not gonna lie, it really put me off. Like it pissed me off what happened. Metza, what's up, dude? Okay, I can hear you now. What is up? Chris Harris says, but you forgot to add the PS2, PSP, and Wii version of Sam Show 1. No, I did not, because I said, and I'm not being like serious, I'm not like butthurt or anything. I feel like I have to preface that on here. No, I actually did talk about Anthology. But I was talking, when I was talking about the ports, I was trying to keep it specific to like the time frame that the game actually came out. So like the mid 90s ports. But I did kind of like honorable mention some of the systems that came after consoles or handhelds, if that makes sense. Because there are a lot of good ports. I really liked Anthology on the PSP. But yeah, so that was mainly for like if you were a kid who, you know, played it in the arcade, so it was relative to that, if that makes sense. I mean, there's got to be at least like 22 ports of that game, like over 20 ports, you know, if you're including like up to current gen. But I think with what was back then, I think I gathered around 11. Yeah. Oh no, it's all good. But yeah, that was what I was trying to cover. It's so crazy, like when you think about the dev time that must have gone into all that. Mensa, come on the show. That must have gone into all those different ports, you know, because like we don't do it like that anymore. So it's crazy to think about the dev time and money that went into doing all of these ports. I mean, because you have systems like Game Boy and Game Gear where they're completely rebuilding the game. Like it's really not a port. It's like they're remaking the game for these platforms. And that was a lot of arcade games back then. You know, a lot of Neo Geo systems, or a lot of the Neo Geo games were handled by Takara. And I mean, like World Heroes 2 Jet. You guys want to hear something else crazy? Those games, like, so Samurai Showdown, World Heroes 2 Jet, and a couple other games that were ported to Game Boy, for example, they're worth hundreds of dollars now. Like, and I don't know why. I'm like, why are those games worth so much? I sold my Samurai Showdown on Game Boy a while back, regrettably. I still have my complete in box World Heroes 2 Jet. But a lot of times, a good workaround is getting the import version. Just FYI. Chris says, I never grew up in arcades. Anthology is where I first played them from. That's a good starting point. That's a good starting point. I mean, Neo Geo in general, like, Chris, I don't know if you have like any kind of an emulation setup, but definitely you need a full Neo Geo library and one of these right here, the 8-bit do Neo Geo controller. So this is almost exactly what the Neo Geo CD came with. Got the little clicky thumb pad. I love this thing. Oh, it's so good. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, dang, dude. Okay, sorry. Bono says Metal Slug Anthology is bad except for 6. 6 worked great. The Neo Geo Anthology on Wii played good. Yeah, the Wii ports were pretty good on BC. Mensa, are you gonna come on here or what? I'm gonna be on. Wait, what time? Oh my god, it's already been 2 hours. I can't believe Joel stayed on for 2 freaking hours, dude. I must be sleepy and dreaming. No. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that about Metal Slug Anthology. I never got Metal Slug Anthology. I'm so like arcade style oriented, or put it in my hands, you know, and Neo Geo is like one of the perfect systems to emulate. Gosh. These guys, don't even get me started on it. Let me install Skype. You don't have to. It's all good. The Wii ports of the Neo Geo games were good because it's compatible good on the GameCube controller. Yeah, very true. Very true. And I loved the using the Wavebird. I still do. I still use my Wavebirds on my Wii and GameCube. Those are like my faves. Love those wireless controllers. I really like it's, which is so weird because I wasn't a huge fan of the N64 controller, but I like the GameCube controller. Even though it's kind of obtuse, I like it. You know what I mean, guys? You guys know what I mean? Jason, I have to scroll back up because I want to see. Oh man, I can't do it. Hold on. I'm gonna go over here. Boom. All right, let me get this. So I am not able to pull up your guys's chats for some reason, and I can't figure it out. I was trying to get around this, but I can't, and I'm not sure why. Because I used to have the script for it, and now it's not giving me the script anymore. So that's weird. Oh yeah. MS Anthology had the best port of MS6. Yeah, besides the Atomus Wave. And Metal Slug 6 never was released on the Neo Geo. It was only an Atomus Wave game, just like Samurai Showdown 6 was. Atomus Wave was Sammy. And for those of you that don't know, Sammy was very interconnected with SNK and Neo Geo. So that was like one of the cool things about the Atomus Wave was it was kind of like a next gen Neo Geo in a way. And it was like so weird, like all the licensing and stuff when you think about it, because a lot of like Sega, it was like also related to Sega. So it was like very intertwined with all of that. All right, let me get this guy. I don't see. Wait, I don't. Do I see you? Maybe I see you. Hold on. Oh yeah, I see you. Look at you with your like professional setup. Look at this guy.
Oh crap. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, there I am. Yay.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey. What you guys up to?
Not much. Wait, I think your mic is. You don't have your mic as your source audio.
Hold on.
Or whatever it is.
I just got this shit installed. Is it bad? Let's see here.
It's very echoey.
Oh crap. Let me fix it. Still echoing?
Brawler 64 controller, yeah. It is really good. The wireless one. Did they only make a wireless one? Well, that's the one that I have. But yeah, I love that controller. Had to get it. Definitely fixes the N64 wonkiness. You're good on my end. Test your audio again.
Test. Oh, that's echo. Hold on. Source output. Microphones. Microphone access. Oh, I'm turning this shit on here.
You're like slightly overexposed. Would like a M16 weapon trainer sim for fun. There's a wireless one. Yeah. Wait.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think you're still kind of echoey. I think it's picking up both of your audio sources. Weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you think it's the mic through this headset crap?
Maybe.
What is going on?
I don't know, Mensa. Get better at technology. Come on.
That's the best.
Coming from the I have audio problems every stream, bitch. Um, let me see. Yeah, there's wireless one. Ugh. So yeah, this is kind of
I
like
check.
a rag. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
NVIDIA definition. Echo.
No,
Shit.
yeah, I think like I said, I think you have like both your audio inputs. It's like picking up both of them.
Oh lordy.
That's why but you're fine.
Still
Just
doing it?
no, you're good now.
It
That's good.
fixed itself?
That's good enough. Yeah.
Okay, because one says stream mix, so when I click on that, does it get worse?
Yeah.
Okay,
Substantially.
so I see. So it said a stream mix.
Oh,
Weird.
okay. Yeah. Now you're
All
good.
right. All right.
Yeah. 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 So I was doing the whole purpose of the stream was the new iOS emulator. This.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
So
shit, what is that on your phone?
yeah. So if you have an iPhone, you know it's like cool for people with an iPhone because there wasn't like really emulation for any of this stuff. So now there's one emulator called Delta, which covers Game Boy all the way through uh Nintendo DS and N64. So it's cool. It's very smooth, very clean setup. Works good. We were talking about that like probably for the first hour of the show, I think. And then Joel was here because I forced him to download it. I was like, go download it so you can check this out because you know he works with emulation all the time. And
Yeah.
and so he was on here talking about it, and then we were talking about anime and stuff. And I was trying to find like this old anime. Have you ever seen Colorful?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not. Tell me about it.
Well, it's like a very kind of like lowbrow toilet humor comedy anime. And have you seen Golden
Mm.
Boy?
No.
Okay,
I
well,
will have to get reminded. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know that one.
Golden Boy is like the same thing.
Okay. I'm on some funky shit now, so I think the one of the weirdest ones I've seen was it was on Netflix. Damn, I wish I remember what it was called, but long story short, it started off very colorful, and next thing I know, it was one of the worst blood fests
Oh, really?
animes. And it started off like Studio Ghibli nice, and it just went blood fest. And then they found out there like on this like they're on like this world turtle, and they were flying through the seas, and people were just attacking them relentlessly. Then they
Mm,
realized that they were like a prison colony, and everybody hated them. It was weird.
yeah.
It was good though, but it was yeah.
Uh,
I I think for anime though, the worst one you could ever see that you will hate your life for watching is Gilgamesh. Just like shoot yourself if you watch that.
wait, Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh will f you up. It's great for like 90%, and then the last 10% is the worst piece of shit anime you will ever watch, and you'll be so mad at your life for watching it.
Why? Because it's like just
Gilgamesh.
it's like a psychological.
It's fucked up because it's one of the worst endings in anime history. It's messed up.
Oh.
Yeah, get this. You can YouTube it,
Well,
like how
that's like
messed up it
Old
messes up
Boy.
people.
Old Boy was like
Oh man,
the original Old Boy. I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
The
remake
Korean
with
one,
Josh
right?
Brolin was
Yeah.
really good, but like the original was like, oh my
Oh yeah.
god, it was
I
like
watched that with my
gut
mother. I
wrenching.
didn't have a clue what it was going to be.
Oops.
So I had my family with me when we watched it.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
There's
um
another one. It's called oh dang it! It was a Korean horror one, like twin sisters or something. And then there was an American remake of it that was like really PG.
mhm.
But in the Korean one, it was so messed up that they had a part two, and there was a psychologist explaining the movie.
Yeah.
So that's how messed up it got you.
Well, and that's the thing, like, oh my god, those those uh those Korean films are brutal.
Oh yeah.
They're brutal. But here's a scene from Golden Boy. Um, I don't know. You're probably not going to hear the audio, but hold on. Actually, let me see, because I think I can actually share it with you. Let me see.
Okay, because I can mute myself and play it on my end.
There we go. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I got it.
Okay.
Switch.
I'm not echoing still, am I?
No, you're good.
Okay, good.
You're good. All right, so you should be able to hear it, hopefully. All right, chat, here we go. Here's a quick little scene from Golden Boy if you haven't seen this. If I can get it to play here. There we go. Oh my god, dude. Oh, I forgot how good that scene is. Oh, yeah.
Sadly, I missed
So
it.
that's Golden Boy. I forget how many episodes it is, but it's like 2 DVDs worth, and it's just this ridiculous, over the top, hilarious. Every situation is like, it's this, he's like this nerdy, really, he has like integrity, but he's like this total like dork guy who's like always crushing on like every chick that he runs. Every episode it's like he meets a new chick. That's how the story goes. And he never gets, like, basically he never like gets in bed with any of them or anything, but he has like all these hilarious encounters, and then by the end of the episode for some reason they're like in love with him, and it's just hilarious.
Wow.
And he has no clue. That's the best part. But it's super funny. I mean, if you like that kind of humor, I am the biggest like cringe humor type of person, like, because I'm also super sarcastic. So super sarcastic, super cringy humor, like, and like, I'm very like adapted to like anime humor type stuff like that, over the top.
There's one called it's on Netflix, I think, or Hulu. I think it's Netflix, but Angel Beats.
I've never heard of that.
And yeah, so as the anime plays through each episode, the intro slightly changes to correlate to what's going on. And the premise is that they're in like purgatory, like in a school setting, and the girl who they fight against is an angel, and she's like the school, like what do you call it, president or something like that. Either way, they like they'll fight and shoot and kill, and they get killed kind of thing. But long story short, they're in like some type of purgatory. So by the end of it, I'm a grown man, and by the end of it, I was laughing my arse off because there's some freaking hilarious moments, and then they got super, super sappy with it to the point where I started bawling my butt off because some of the premises actually hit me pretty hard.
Oh, really?
And I was like, dang. So I mean, one moment they had me. I mean, I was on the floor literally laughing, and then the next thing I know, I got tears coming out of my eyes. So yeah, Angel Beats. It was near the end when it happened. It's the end part, and then they end it like real quick, to try to give you closure. But it was like, dang, this shit hits hard.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to find this TV series. Wait, what? Why? Oh my god, it's called something completely different. Okay, here, I'll pull it up over here so everybody can see it. Stand by. Let me get this thing pulled up. Yeah, that's weird. Like, the title of it is actually not what I thought it was. Okay. Hello. Window capture. Yes.
Oh yeah, Gaunt's. Good lord, I love Gaunt's.
Wait. Oh, here it is. TV series. Okay.
Yeah. But Gilgamesh got gone speed, my man. Gilgamesh has gone speed. But yes, I've seen Gaunt's and I read up on the manga. It's quite messed up.
So this is it. It's called Colorful, but it's pronounced Furu. Is like this is so weird because the title even on the thing is.
Who doesn't enjoy anime legs? So I'm already interested.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's funny. It's very lowbrow. So let me see if I can actually find clips from it using.
Lowbrow all day.
Oh, hold on.
You don't know me.
Dude, military humor is like.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, now I got this PC. I have like 11 hard drives and these are deployment hard drives, so you know what's up.
Oh geez.
I got to go scrape them, see what's on them.
Yeah.
It's pure dumps.
Let me see. It might be in here. Whoops. Come on, don't let me down. Oh no, maybe not. Why is there nothing on YouTube about this film? I am so baffled by this. It was like a TV series in Japan, and then they released it to DVD. It's like the most bizarre thing. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get the the DVD out. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, chat. I hope you're ready for this. This is gonna be like our late night oddities, pretty much. Right here. Copyright strike incoming.
Is this bird?
This is just the intro. You have to see the intro just to get some level of context. Like, look at all this.
Now, ハイティーンを中心とした若い男性が額を割って次々に病院に運ばれるという不可解な事故が多発している。それはなぜか我々は現地を取材してみた。
Okay, subtitles.
はい、下井です。今私は渋谷にいます。怪我をした全員が皆同じ場所、しかも同じ街灯に頭をぶつけて額を割っているのです。その街灯は何か曰くのある
Broke their
呪われた場
foreheads.
所なのでしょうか。
そして我々が見たものは驚くべきものだった。
Oh my god, dude.
Well, she was just 17. You know what I mean? And the way she looked was way beyond compare. Okay? じゃあ、Mr. Hirokawa, next read.
So, how could I dance with another?
OK。L の発音がちょっと違うわね。L は舌を上に向けて。
Now I want to copy it.
Dude, this is like, oh my god. And my friend, like, he used to get like all these obscure animes, and he's the one who showed me this like years ago, and I was just dying.
Yeah, I've never seen this a day in my life. This is hilarious.
R は舌をつけないで。R。OK。Next 誰か？
はい。
じゃあ、Mr. Tiny。
Yes.
Oh, something wrong? Now, Mr. Tiny. L. R. L. R. L. R. L. R.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 僕スティーブ、桃尻大学映像学科の留学生。
Steve
The way
Kai.
they cut to these
Japanese
animation
AV
styles is
ナイ
just
ス。映像
too
を
much.
志す
I love
者
it.
の強い味方し、and 被写体もナイス。Very good. Japanese wabi.
It's funny too because like you know, the like at this time especially, like students would like do the traveling like photography thing. Like there was like a phase, I swear to god, where like everybody was a photographer. Like that was like the thing, especially when Instagram first started. But you know, like he's like a film student. He's pretty much goes through the whole series with you, just, you know, being like the like goofy white kid foreign student.
サービは遊びね。なんつっても正面からの逆さ富士。Very good. Huh? Oh! Beautiful! 逆さ富士は何と言っても正面が一番。
No. Listen.
さすが渋谷。渋谷、ありがとう。
Struggling. There it goes.
Oh my god, that's another thing I love about it, is it has like that liquid drum and bass vibe to it. So there's like a lot of that early 2000 like Dreamcast culture vibe to it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Well, yeah, that's the first episode. Is anybody even still in the chat, or are we just is just completely dead? The chat,
we're vibing though.
What? Oh yeah, chat. Anyways, that, I think, you know, you guys obviously, if you're still here, you can see that I think that that's funny. Like that's the kind of humor that just kills me. But like pretty much every episode is just cracks me up. So they have, what is this weird experimental. What's interesting too is so I was looking for this, and now it's showing up as like an episode on here, which is weird. But yeah, I mean, the rock, paper, scissors one isn't on here. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip it off of my DVD and then
do it.
Wait, what is this? Is this another episode?
I think it's that one. Yeah, maybe.
It is number 12. Oh my god, is this the one that I want? It might be. It might be. Are we still good on? Oh yeah, we are. Okay. Oh, I'll spare you guys the.
Минут назад в Токийском заливе была замечена старшеклассница. Что за ерунда? Это та бумажка, да?
It's like this right here is like, imagine instead of Godzilla, it was like a giant, like schoolgirl, Japanese schoolgirl. Like that's pretty much the premise of this.
Классно. Почти все видно.
What is it with like Japanese culture and like the upskirt thing, you know? Like what is, dude, that cracks me up.
It's so crazy because they have like there's a culture where they celebrate sex on the island, but then yet I think this is the same culture that is what do you call it? The production level of babies is super low. Like no one's having sex,
right?
Or having birth. Yeah,
right.
But look how restricted it is to the point where they're
because Japan
for this type of stuff, right? Because of how restricted it is.
Yeah,
their art just throws it out there.
Yeah, that's very true. That is true. That the conservative side of. But they're like okay,
or be
right? They're like okay,
public, but then yet all their.
Yeah, exactly. They're like okay, you know, basically wear turtletnecks and all that, but then we're gonna feed you all this, sexualized media. Damage Control says gotta love anime. JK. Wait, look up Gantz. There's no happy endings. Wait, what are you JKing about?
You ever seen Gantz or Gantz before?
They're conservative at the office, then go home and watch the stuff right. No, I haven't.
Мы также смущены и испуганы этой чудовищной ситуацией. Как вы видите, на дороге по всему городу полная неразбериха. Однако все это не трюк, не спецэффект.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I might have and just like don't remember the title of it, but I'll check it out.
I would, if you do get a chance, do the anime and then watch Netflix. CGI one and it's badass, but you're not going to understand what happens until the end. But then you're not going to understand the full premise unless you understand what's going on with the initial movies.
Yeah, no, I'm all about that type of.
And then if you see the manga, it's a trip.
Какой школе принадлежит эта униформа? Мы предпринимаем все возможное, чтобы узнать это. Фантастика.
But yeah, no activities. My man did not care. He's like, that's all I have today.
Dude, but see, that's what I'm talking about. Like that
It's
crazy.
like what animation studio was doing this?
Dude, it's just so it's such a kaleidoscope and like cultural. It's like really a cultural grab out of that era. Like it's these two guys. These two guys are the guys who have the rock paper scissors scene, and I just, oh my god, and one of them always gets screwed over. Like one of them sees something or gets something, and then the other one gets screwed over. It's like goes back and forth.
Опять эти волосы, чё? Я все видел. Нечестно.
Wait, why is there like a voiceover? Did I do that? I didn't do that. Did I? Weird. So this, okay, yeah, that is. See, I think it's after this one. Ugh.
Tokyo Calling. Tokyo Calling.
Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but chat, there you go. Introduce you to something new there.
Yeah, I never heard of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's funny, dude. It's wacky. And it's just got like I think
wow, Disney changed.
I think that's another thing that I really like about it is like the whole cultural aspect of it.
Yeah, there was a lot of cultural references in that. I like it. It was funny, like a lot of mini skits rolled up in one.
Yeah.
I like how they changed up the artistry style. It's pretty brilliant.
Yeah. So
even though it was different, it was gorgeous at the same time.
Yeah, and that was the thing about it was that it was when it aired on TV in Japan, I think it was like 15-minute episodes or maybe even less than that. Maybe it was like 7-8 minute episodes, but it was basically like the equivalent of, you know, like MTV like oddities and stuff, and we were talking about that, which was one of the reasons why
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god.
At midnight, MTV would be throwing out that kind of stuff.
Right, and Sci-Fi Channel. Sci-Fi Channel used to have like their midnight anime fest. But oh my god, it's already 9:34. So we'll wrap it up here. About 5 more minutes chat. For those of you who are still there, here, you're troopers. Mensa, you're a trooper. You gotta be busted tired.
Yeah, it's the third stream I think today.
Kind of my. Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, so it started off as a stream talking about this crazy emulator on the iOS, which is cool, and then just kind of went random. I don't know. I feel like I don't stream that often, so you know when I do stream, then I'm like I want to like hang out for a little bit, because I probably won't stream again for a while.
Come on over next time.
Probably, maybe not. Wait, come on over where?
My side, we streamed twice today.
Oh yeah. See, I didn't even know that. You didn't even tell me, dude.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I felt.
Nope. You definitely didn't.
Yeah, that's my fault.
No, it's
Bill's
all good.
fault.
It's all good. I know you guys are busy over there. But chat, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry. I got like a tickle. I didn't want to pick my nose, but I had like a tickle in it. Boop. I'm hungry. I'm like super hungry.
What you gonna eat?
I don't know. You know, if I wasn't like tired, I'd probably mukbang it, but I got to get up early again tomorrow on a fucking Saturday, so that's cool.
Check out Gilgamesh and tell me how much you hate me later.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Chat, y'all take it easy. Mensa, thanks for joining. And listen, guys, have a safe weekend. Have a good weekend. Get some gaming in. All right. And if you do download the Delta app, because you haven't yet and you saw this and you're like, oh, cool, I'm going to check it out. Let me know what your experience is like down in the comments. All right. And until next time, I'll see you guys then.